Hey guys, NPC here today. We're on Tier Maker, and we're gonna do a early game tier list for Blue Archive. So for the tiers, we got double S, S, A+, A, B, good for later. Characters that are last, that if you have nothing else, you will use these, last resorts, and characters to ignore. Let's get into it. Utaha. Ignore. She's useful later, but you don't have to worry about it if you're early game. Hibiki, double S tier. She just does too much damage. Her EX ability is just too strong. Ayane, her heal is good, but she's a little expensive. I would put her A tier. Hasumi, she's a free character. At worst, she's a B. At worst, she's a B. Maybe A. I like her kit though. Her kit's actually pretty decent. I think A or A+. Let's put her at A because she's a little weaker. Tsurugi is like A or S early game because she just clears the stuff. She clears the XP stage super easily, and she can clear yellow for you. So she's really good. Let's put her at A. Fuka's healing is kind of a demerit. I would put her at B. The defense buff is nice, but her EX ability, yeah, it heals a lot, but it's kind of too expensive to be good. Yuka's like an S. She's like probably the best early game tank. People usually say it's Tsubaki, but Tsubaki actually is kind of not that tanky until you get to tier 4 bag. And early game, I feel like early game is getting to tier 4 bag. Once you get to tier 4 gear, that's when you're probably like mid game. Airi, she ignore her for now. Same with Kotori, Hare. Hare could be last resort. She's a decent AoE, but she's not that great. Shimiko also last resort. Or ignore it. Yeah, ignore Judy. Kyoka? She's... How do I say it? Her AoE is good, but she's also really weak because she's a gun character, or handgun character, so she's probably last resort. Amy... Early game tanks are just not fun to play with. They're too squishy. They don't have enough defense. She's a... Suzumi, I think her name is, right? I have the wiki just in case I need to be reminded of the kit. It's Suzumi, right? Yeah. She's pretty decent. I'll put her at A. Yeah, I think at A. Yoshimitsu, right? Yoshimitsu. Oh, it's Yoshimi. Yoshimi's kind of a last resort. Her EX ability is actually pretty nice. It's also a stun, if I remember correctly. Let's open a new tab. Yeah, it stuns. So she's actually not bad, and she can help you with EXP stage. This is not needed, and this is just free damage. Yeah, she's kind of last. I would maybe at A, but probably more of a last resort because she's a 1-star. Sumire. Probably around the same as Tsurugi. Akari's an S. She's just like a really good red slayer. Saya is actually pretty decent early game. Saya's probably S early game. She's just really strong against red mobs. Ayane she's good later. She's not that great. Like, she's good because her EX skill is a defense down. And you don't need that right now. Hina's probably like an A. Yeah. Hina's just too expensive to be anything higher than A+. She's good later. Actually, Asuna's probably A or S because you do want to... I know, let's put her good later because you don't get into the blue stages until a bit later. Burger Lady, Izumi is like a solid A. She needs a bit of skill investment to be good. Chinatsu. Good healer. Burst heal. Gives you evasion, so it synergizes well with your team. Let's put her A+. Hoshino. Hoshino... I would say Hoshino's an A, just because she's also... Actually, no. Hoshino and Sumire. I have them both on my global. When I use them... Sumire... Yeah, I think Hoshino dies a little bit more, but Hoshino's a little bit tankier. Let's put them like this for now. I think Hoshino's better than Sumire, but early game, Sumire just is nicer because she just does more damage. Hoshino's damage is very, like, still. Junko is, like, probably S. Mashiro. Probably like a... I mean, she's good later, but she can... Actually, she's pretty decent, huh? Yeah, because her EX ability... Or no, her normal skill. Hold up, let me show this to you. Mashiro. Her normal skill does like a mini AoE that auto-fires, so this helps you kill trash really easily. Because she's probably actually up here. She's probably an S. Fina, good later. She's a total Boar Slayer. Or total Assault Slayer. Neru's like Neru's too squishy. She's like a B. Neru is a front dealer, or front damage dealer. Neru... Oh, she's right here. She's like a front damage dealer. But the thing is, she's just too squishy. Right? Let's say early game, let's do like level 30. Right, low defense. HP is decent. But she's a SMG. Her firing range is really short. She's basically in front of the mobs. So she'll die. So she's probably like down here or maybe over here. I would say B though. Even though, but her EX is 2 costs, and 2 costs are very valuable. And she can get a lot of damage. Maybe we'll give her it. And no, like, she's high B. Okay, let's just put her at high B. Hifumi's probably a B. She's like a decent AoE, good taunt. Actually, let's put her A. She's a decent AoE, good taunter. Nothing much, nothing special about her. Shiroko is like an A? Yeah, because her EX ability is very good. It can kill multiple mobs, and it's super cheap. Aru's a S, there's double S. Aru is basically like Hibiki, she just kills all the trash. Hanae, right? Hanae. Oh, wait, that's not her name? It's Hana. Yeah, oh. It's AE. Okay, Hanae. Hanae. She's a good healer. Like, this heal is really nice. And this defense buff is nice. Getting this is important, but nothing you need to think about early game. She's a good healer. I'd put her at like A+. She's better than Ayane and Fuka for sure. Shisei, good later. You're gonna need to build blue units, and Shisei and Asuna are like the cheapest ones. They're the lowest cost, so you'll most likely get them. Haruka, she has potential, but right now you can just ignore her. Karen's like an A+. Not too great, but not too bad. Maki, she's better when she's good for her total assault. If you're not gonna like build her for that, she's not really great for story. Mutsuki is weird. Her mines are good, but like, if they walk into it, they're good. Her EX ability is also decent for clearing trash, so let's put her... When I used her on my global account, I always felt like she had the Nonomi issue where she's like always far back. Maybe, let's put her A+. Same with Nonomi. The issue with these two is, because they're back units, and their EX abilities are pretty decent AoEs. The problem is they're never in range to be that effective, so you kind of need to combo it with like Serena or Fuka. Fuka kind of, but like Fuka's too expensive. You would have to, like, if you want to do Nonomi Fuka, you'd have to Fuka first, which is 4 or 5 costs, and then Nonomi's like 5 costs. So you have to wait for like 10 costs to do something. Serika's an S, like double S. So is Shun. Well, Shun's an S? Yeah, Shun's an S, because Shun's story isn't that great. Her normal skill is what makes her really strong in story, because you get extra cost. But then, if you have like fast attacking units like Akari, highlight Serika. Okay, if you have Serika and Akari and like Shiroko, like if these 3 one-shot them or kill fast, Shun never shoots. So essentially she just doesn't do anything, but she gives you 1 or 2 costs. So it's like, she's okay. She's not double S. In PvP she is, but in PvE, she's like somewhere in between this bracket. Haruna, deal with her later. Iori, double S. Iori's a monster. Iori just does, like, she just covers she covers blues and red and yellows for you. Like, the biggest issue early in progressing for Blue Archive is just dealing with blues. Like yellows, actually it's yellows and blues, because the reds have like a decent amount of characters to just murder them. Right, you got Hibiki, Aru, Serika, you got Akari, Shiroko. Yuka is actually pretty decent. Mutsuki. Like, there's so many red units. Oh, we're on the final 3. Alright, Koltama. Koltama is a character that's good later, but she's actually pretty decent in story if you don't have any extra buffs. Like, she's kind of a good, like, filler to cycle. I'll put her at S. Serina's best healer in the game. If you can, let's see. I'll show you. Serena is a 1-star healer, or she comes 1-star, so she'll only have her EX ability and her normal skill, which are both just heals, right? She has an auto heal and a 2-cost single target heal. But then if you invest a little bit and get her to 2-star, you get this extra healing, and her healing just becomes insane. Like, so what I suggest is using her as a 1-star until you feel like the healing is not enough, and then probably invest into 2-starring her, and just leave it there if you want. Tsubaki, there's not much to think about. Well, early game Tsubaki is like as good as Yuka, to be fair. Like, these two are similar. Yuka's actually a bit stronger. Yuka is a little bit stronger. And there you have it. My early game tier list. Please subscribe. Alright, goodbye.